Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow day trade setups for today. So we still have the gap open, and we'll look at that on the lower time frames. But there is the gap open. Look at our oscillator at the moment, starting to creep the upside. There was a previous high. Even if you look at that, was a previous high there. So price was low, and oscillator was low. Price was this low, and then we made a lower low. And you can see flatlined, almost divergence. And now you look at this, there's a high, there's a previous high, but oscillator's making a new high, price making a lower high. So at the moment, divergence in a downward trend, and we are in a downward trend, so you should be looking to sell. I'm not really keen on selling in this space. I'd want to be selling higher up here at 34,330 area. If we start moving down through the time frames, look at what's happened yesterday. Tails to the upside, tails to the downside. Really messy. Oscillators also indicating we're coming up to a level to pay attention to. Now there's something else that you need to pay attention to, and that's this inverse head and shoulders. So there is a shoulder, it's like a double shoulder. There's your head, and here's your right shoulder. So this level here is pretty much the neckline. That's at 34,061. So if we can hold above that level and start getting a crossover of the moving averages, then I would suspect we have potential for a move to the upside. However, we are in a downward trend on the higher time frame. So until we get moving average crossovers on the 8th hour, this is really not trending at the moment. Well, it is trending to the downside, but the buyers are seeing some value here. If we move down to the hour, you can see yesterday price action is really messy. So a couple of things here. So the first thing is, you see this area here where we've had some rejections and we broke through, and then we broke back below it, and then we broke back above it. That is the zone that we need to pay attention to. It lines up to the 155 EMA as well. So in other words, what we're looking for is price to come back here, 33,740, 33,740. Come back here, find some support, and then attack this gap. So that would be the first trade. Once you get to the gap, that is the neckline of the head and shoulders. You can see it, or the inverse head and shoulders. Then I'm looking for a break of that level. If I get a break of that level, I'm waiting for the retest of that level, and then I'm looking to start trading to the upside on the hour. So, but very cautiously. So in other words, tight stop losses and taking profit as quick as possible. So 34,329 would be an area to take profit, and every single one of these tails here on the hour would be areas of profit taking. So that's kind of the view that we've got at the moment. If we start dropping below the lows of yesterday, and I'd go as far as say that zone there, which is 33,477, then I'm definitely looking for another move to the downside. So basically, if we drop below the right shoulder, that is my signal for moves to the downside. But at the moment, from a day trading perspective, probably another day of what we've seen today, or yesterday, sorry, which is basically volatile to the upside. This gap is still a huge magnet. It's a weekly gap, so that's pretty much the first target that we'd be looking at. You're going to have to be very cautious here. And you can see yesterday there wasn't really much on the 15-minute that was indicating. You could probably have taken a stab at this tweezer bottom here, but I think that was a little bit too early in the morning for most of us. And after that, there wasn't really an opportunity. There's probably another opportunity there, just going into the close of the market. So for me, it's wait and see what happens here. If we can get back onto 33,740, then there's definitely merit for looking for gap close. You could also see it happening at the European Open. So in other words, we're just hovering here at the close, and then you sort of get some kind of price action. Let's just move this one here. So something like coming onto the here at 33,800, holding 33,800, or giving us some price action on the 50-minute here. Then that would give us, let's say, 100-point stop loss for 220-point gain. So definitely worth paying attention to this. There's probably a couple of long scalps on offer, but you're going to need to be on the 15 or even 5-minute charts to pick them up. Anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. We're still driven by noise, so we need to just be very cautious. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.